The spring update for Conan Exiles just dropped. And look at all these fixes. As promised, Funcom have been rooting around the game files and fixing up the Barbarian Fortress. Well, unless you're the Siege of Almeria, that keep didn't get kept. As well as, Lufe isn't a demigod in PvP anymore. This got accompanied by a few other companion fixes, but nothing terribly major. There's actually a new compass in the game. A few crashes got addressed, such as selecting things whilst going through the construction menu, entering the knowledge menu, switching from Spanish to English, and a crash that pretty much flipped you off when you're trying to launch a session, which would crash you for just trying to play the game. Living settlements got a few big uns, like a privacy feature. Now if you'd like to use your bathroom in peace, you absolutely can, without NPCs trying to join you for co-op mode on the toilet. Doors now have a lock and unlock function. No more Stepfral, I'm stuck in the table of chairs. And speaking of chairs, now they won't be so fussy on selecting their perfect chair. They added some additional chairs to the list that NPCs previously would not sit on. Game exploits got a hammer in. It was possible to start up the zombie apocalypse in the previous version of the game, where a player could have 30 resurrected corpses following them. You can no longer disconnect players by stacking stable fence gate frame pillars. Sorry, builders. The Rage Hammer is now the Sage Hammer, and you're not allowed to mess your bedrolls near the descent of the dragon anymore. No more extravagant dodge rolling, aka interacting with certain objects whilst mid-roll. Coin piles take damage now. If you own a female Skelos bearer, tier 3, their health is getting a whacking down. Funcom also sent some crafters back to college because they weren't even doing their jobs correctly. I mean, there's really no surprise there. T4 Taskmaster and Carpenter now correctly reduce the weights of crafted items. T4 Blacksmiths now grant bonuses to tools and properly increase the durability of tools. As mentioned in the previous video, they are fid-faddling with stamina once again, because players were reported to be unhappy with the last set of stamina changes. Stamina costs on attacks are reduced now by 50%. Stamina regen is back how its old self used to be, meaning you get that stinky grey exhaust screen. No! The values of tweaks are here if interested in the specific numbers. Skeletal horse got removed. I don't know why they're wording it as unintended. One of your developers purposefully spent time modeling horse. You're just embarrassed we found out about the kinks at the office building got a whole heap of fixes. I'll read you the most important ones. Door frames can now be placed under ceilings. Different category walls, frames, and windows can now replace pieces from other categories. Spiral staircases ignore walls. Double-heighted walls and arches can now be placed so they overlap with ceilings. A bunch of recipes got moved around under your building hammer. No search function in sight yet. A bunch of journeys were broken. Here's the ones they fixed. Winged Death will now guarantee a drop of a legendary on death. Very nice. You can now play musical chairs with your friends. You can sit on any chair even if you don't own it. Barrow crates drop more varied loot. Barrow King is no longer the Boxing King.
Your kind, as I have tasted death, mortal, let me share it. We were your gods. I have tasted death. Your kind, as all blood and dust, human. Die, wall. We were your gods.
You cannot poison shields anymore. The Witch Doctor's scroll can no longer be dropped as loot, as well as the armor rebalance kits, as they were never fully implemented. They went and fixed their spelling mistakes throughout the game. Honestly, understandable. Have a nice day. They also went ahead and fixed a bunch of minor issues on Sipta and Exiles, which involve slightly meshing or journey pages being under the map. To things like Vault 10's torches on Sipta. Lots of decent, good changes in here. It's great to see. A step in the right direction so far. I look forward to seeing more tweaks and changes further on in the year. If you liked today's video, smash that like button. Thanks for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.